Yes, sir has joined. But I guess no. Just a minute.
Can you
Sir,
hear me?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So, welcome back, everyone. I hope you are ready for another enthusiastic session. So, a very good afternoon to the respected teachers, our esteemed guest of the day, Mr. Amit Sharma, sir, and our batch of 21-23. But before we begin with, I would like to take the honors of introducing sir to you all. So, Mr. Amit Sharma, sir is a founder of Mcare and has been a retailer for over 15 years. He has launched stores with a lot of fanfare, attracted footfalls, which focuses on proven methods of integrated marketing, mobile marketing, buzz marketing, digital marketing, events, and so on. By blending brand management with business development, he is also a highly learned guru in the Indian retail sector. So I, Kaushiki Basu, on behalf of I.T.S School of Management, welcome you, sir, to this orientation program of Aspirations 21-23. So your presence today has delighted us truly. So now I would request Dr. Anusha Agarwal, ma'am, to welcome our guest of honor. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kaushiki. Very good afternoon to Mr. Amit Sharma and all the students. This is our privilege today to be here with you, and you have spared your valuable time and be here for the corporate expectations from the budding managers for the session for our students in the orientation session. Sir, I hope so that your session will be very energetic and motivating to the students, because you have a vast experience in the retail sector. So with your experience, the students will definitely get a new directions and will get motivated in the 2 years journey of their as a PGDM. I welcome you on behalf of I.T.S School of Management. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the encouraging introduction to you and to Professor Basu, and thank you, Professor Saurabh for this invite. I'm honored and privileged to be a part of the institute somewhere and trying to my bit to give some insights on what is the expectations, what are the expectations from the industry for the just pass out or going to be passed out students, management student or engineering students. So I'll just, actually this is my new PC, so I am just still trying my hands on it. So please bear with me if there are any goof up. Today is the first day I'm using this. So we have got 87 people. Okay, great. Okay, just for my consumption, these are first year students, right?
Yeah, they all are first year students.
And first year MBA. So they have done a graduation and now they have.
Yes, they are actually PGDM students, newly admitted PGDM students.
Okay, great. Okay, guys. So to the students, please feel free to nudge me wherever you think that I am wrong, because I don't know everything and I'm not obliged to know also. So if there is any ambiguity, if you want to contradict on any point, feel free. It's a democratic country, so it's totally allowed. Just once I finish the point, then you can raise the hand, you can ask the question, and I'm sure Professor Saab ne Q&A ka, there must be some session for Q&A, so we can take your questions later on, or you can nudge me in between also. So what I'll do is I have made a very mediocre, very basic presentation for you guys, and it will be more of an interactive session wherein we'll be discussing the things. And I've taken a full practical approach in real sense what industry wants. Because trust me, I have a team of 8 people right now with me, and we're looking for people. And irony is, I'm not getting the right people. I don't know. I thought when I do a job post, there will be line lag jayegi, logo ka job nahi hai. No, this is what I'm hearing from the industry and what I'm hearing from my colleagues. But in reality, you're not getting the right candidates. Might be they are right, but not the right fit for a particular organization. So for average one post, we are getting them 250, 300 applicants, but hardly 5% are fitting the requirement. And in that, I think might be we are taking interview of 5 or 10 people, right? So I will have that discussion also in the last leg, that this is expectations from the industry, whether it's a startup or it's a company like Reliance or Future or Google. So what are the expectations from a newly passed out students, what we seek? And this is my wisdom. Okay, I may be wrong. Again, I'm not obliged to be right every time, but you feel free to contradict. So let me show a basic presentation. So I'm allowed to. Madam, can you allow me to share my
Yes,
screen?
I'll make you a host. Just a minute. Yes, sir. Now you can.
Great. Okay, I'll switch off my video so that, because there's some connectivity for till the time the presentation is there.
The screen is visible to us, right?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is it? Let me just. Okay, in the meantime, I'm getting ready with the presentation. Can I ask all 87 people just to quickly, just hold on, I don't know what is happening. I have just downloaded. So there will be, of course, some bit of unluckiness, but still, like in Ankita's case, so I know now. Just talk to Ankita, post the session, and you ask her what challenges she must be facing at her home, right? Second, good education. The point that you are spreading right now a postgraduate course in a good institute like I.T.S is a matter of luck, because you got some stability from your home, so that they are helping you to support your education, or you might be supporting, you must have taken education loan, but you are lucky enough to finish your graduation. At least that you are doing a post graduation from an institute in a metro city. Believe me, once you roam around the country, I have done that, right? And you see people, they are not getting this kind of opportunity. They will feel that you are blessed, forget lucky. Yes. So yes, most of us has got a stable home, followed by a good education, and of course we are born in a country like India. Just imagine if you are born. I'm not demeaning any country. Suppose you were born in Afghanistan, and means you were born, and at this time you were in Afghanistan. What would have happened? Just imagine. Or in some third world countries, there are so many third world countries. Of course, you will say, sir, I would have born in San Francisco. The scene would have been different. But why I'm talking about India? Because right now, India is the apple pie in the world when it comes to development, because they want to set up their base in India. So I'll come to that point. We can discuss all those three. So all of you or all of us, because of a stability at home, good education, because since you are pursuing MBA, and we are born in a country like India, we are extremely lucky for that. And there's a very famous quote by the co-founder of Insta. You can read it. The whole world runs on luck. The question is what you do with it. That's $1 million question. Everybody is lucky in some or the other sense. But the question is, what are you doing with that? Yes, because we are not feeling lucky because our expectations from the world, from others are different. And that's why we feel, boss, I'm not lucky at all. Right? Now let's come to expectations on a serious role. And this is because I have worked in close quarters with the promoters of Future Group, with many CXO level people around India, whether it is retail, advertising, media, research, ACNLs and Millward Brown, or you name the organizations, apart from manufacturing as such. Okay. And the first thing which we seek from a newcomer or from a fresher, fresher is a very famous term nowadays on LinkedIn. Fresher is this. And that's what I wanted to check when I asked this question, that whether you're lucky or not. Your attitude, all the things, your attitude. That what is your attitude? And it is everything. We all know this. You can read tons of blogs, right? I think millions of write-up is there. Might be books. You just check and you will find books on attitude. You have to have that, and this is not one time. This is every day. Like how you do your brush, morning, evening, twice a day. It is that. You can't say I have this attitude during this day, but I'm changing my attitude. No, you can't. This is your character. So from a fresher, we seek a certain kind of attitude. Now there are various components, so I'll be discussing those components in the following slides. Right? Please contradict me if you want. Don't think if I am saying it is right. Don't have that biasness. I can be wrong. I have got 2 daughters. Both of them, they try to prove me wrong every day. Right? My elder said, no, Papa, this is wrong. I don't think so. So feel free to correct me and to enlighten me with your wisdom if you think I am wrong in some cases. But this is what purely from my 16 years of experience. That's it. First, attitude, the first component, absolutely important, that I want you have the willingness to learn. Most critical. And here is a simple graph. The places will you go depend on the willingness to learn. In my case, it is unlearn also. Because I have started a new baby. This is my 3rd kid, my own startup, my own company, which is just, I think a 1-year-old company. So I have to unlearn so many things. Because in Future Group with 35,000 employees, that kind of turnover, I used to get the things done very easily. But when you are in a startup, with an ecosystem of just, including me, there are 9 of us. So 9 people team versus a 60 people team in Future Group, hell lot of a difference. And everything I had to do on my own. This presentation would have been made in Future Group by my executive, if you really ask me. But here I was involved because I don't have the bandwidth of that. I have a person, so I just told him, okay, boss, ye mujhe pointers chahiye. These are the pointers. Now make the PPT, and I read some articles, and then we are done. Right? So in my case, it will be unlearn. In your case, lot willingness to learn and explore different things. You should buy more books than you can read. You should join more classes than you can attend. That's the kind of pressure you have to go. You should read Satya Nadella's, I think when he was appointed as chairman, when he was announced, immediately he told that I used to join more courses than I can do. So there's always pressure to complete. At your end, it is most important. First is health, in your case, if you really ask me. First is health, supreme. After that, work, nothing else. There is no third. I will not even say family and friends. Trust me. I will not even say that. Of course, when they need you, you should be there. Otherwise, right now, these two, at least for next 5 years, this is my philosophy. And I live by that philosophy, and I make sure my students, wherein I'm teaching as visiting faculty, and my team, I tell them, if you're a fresher, you're not married, Okay, for a couple of years or at least 3-4 years, make sure it is health, bit of health, and then work. That's it. Work can be reading books, work can be watching some documentary, work can be working in office, everything, networking, that is also part of work. Zindagi na milegi dobara will happen after 5 years. No, that Zindagi na milega, I said Zindagi na milegi dobara syndrome. After watching that movie, no, boss, मुझे world tour करना है. अभी time है उसके लिए, पैसा भी चाहिए उसके लिए, right?
So work is that which makes money now. If we are working like which is not productive, then those works will not be come and go.
Yes, so that is up to you to choose the kind of work. I'm not saying do bullshit work. I'm not saying do a shitty job, right? So I'll give you a basic anecdote. Okay, so I know somebody who teaches yoga. Now, if you just think in your mind that I want to learn yoga, next day Google will throw you some 100 names. 50 people will call you. I will come and teach you yoga at your home. Somebody saying 6,000, some 5,000, 3,000, 2,000 में भी हो जाएगा. Because हर घर में योगा सिखाने वाला प्राणी पैदा हो गया है. Every second home there is somebody who's teaching yoga, right? Yes. But I know people who are at that level wherein the clientels are like Deepika Padukone, Ranbir Kapoor. These are their clientele. So they are teaching at that kind of, I'm not saying celebrity trainer, simple person doing job, but he was like, boss, मुझे yoga में ही productive बनना है, next level तक जाना है. Work 24/7, right? And now he is at that level where he is teaching to the people. You can check Luke Coutinho at the age of 33. He started. Luke Coutinho, the famous dietitian, or you can say he will give you guidance on nutrition. His waiting line is for next 2 years. You will not get his appointment for next 2 years. So whatever you are doing, I'm not saying do a shitty job. Do a job which you love, but there is a lot of contradiction. Again, no, this movie thing, no, 3 Idiots, but there are some work which you have to do repeatedly to fall in love. In first instance, you might not fall in love with that kind of work. It may take time. There are some food products wherein you develop taste over a period of time, like wine. You will hate wine in first go, but you have to develop a taste for that. Same way, there are some kind of work. पहले बार में आपको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, but over a period of time, you will start loving that work. So that is up to you. So that again, let's not deviate to what kind of work. I'm just saying, what are my expectations? What are the expectations of corporate? When you're applying for a job, I want you to show me an attitude which shows that you are willing to learn. You are willing to walk an extra mile, right? Right? You are willing to walk an extra mile for that work. Done? Okay. We'll have your, yes, Akash. You raise your hand if you want to ask. Akash, I think somebody raised hand. Okay. Second, very important. This I have learned when I visited abroad for some project in 2014-15. That is the time I learned the importance of this project management skills. Okay, and you can be a certified project management person. You know that there is just one institute and there is a PM BOK. You can Google that if you want to be a certified project manager, what so normally when you are in IT you require this, but I feel very strongly any job you require these skills. And I have not seen, I have not checked the curriculum of your college, but I have not seen any B school in India having a full-fledged course on this. I have seen European schools, I have seen US schools, full-fledged course on project management. It's a full-fledged course, no full credit, I think 10 credit point, and this on project management. I want, or a corporate want, you should be able to decode a job on basis of project. So just imagine, when you are working on a job, it is very boring. Suddenly, when you are working on a project, Project could be, I want to do a summer internship with Facebook. That's my project. I've got 1 year with me and I want to do a summer project with Facebook, or might be with Zomato, or might be with Zappos. No, you can take the company, or might be with NASA or SpaceX or Tesla. And you just start working on that project and you see suddenly your mind frame will change, because now you're working on a project, and then you write down, boss, I want to do A, B, C, D. Right now I'm here to make sure that I get a summer internship with NASA. Like if I say that I'm not saying it should be realistic, but it should be somewhere related to your skill. अब तुम कॉमर्स से और तुम बोलो नासा तुम्हें मून पे भेजेगा, that's not possible. Then you are fooling your own self. Because as Richard Feynman says that it is the easiest thing to fool your own self. He is a Nobel Prize in physics, and he says this: easiest thing is to fool your own self. You can fool your own self very easily. It is called a narrative fallacy also. If you read the book Black Swan, Nassim Taleb will say, what is narrative fallacy? This is narrative fallacy. But the things which you don't understand, you will have your own thing. So I'm just writing. The book is Black Swan. Anybody who joins Amazon and in their executive board compulsorily have to read this book. Black Swan, compulsory. Okay, again coming back to our thing. So project management skills, okay, you will be certified in this. The beauty of this is every 3 years you have to upgrade. So suppose you got this license, okay, PMP certification, now you are PMP certified. Every 3 years the curriculum will change, because 3 years the skills in PM project management was different. Now it is different. Forget 3 years, pre-COVID and post-COVID, entire industry has shifted. It's a once in a decade event, once in a century event. Okay, decade. Yes. So for this, the references I am writing, you can in the chat, it is you can Google, you will find out. Everything is online to study, and it is not that difficult. You can get it. With your MBA degree, this will be an add-on, a PMP certification. Then you have got Agile, then you have got Scrum Master. I'm writing. Mostly these are required in IT field, but because since everything is moving toward digital, it will really help you to get. Yes, Akash, I think you are raising hand again and again. So yes, Akash, can we? Is Akash there?
Participants, if you're not having any questions, please raise down your hand. Lower your hand, please.
Because again and again I'm seeing these. That's why. Okay, no issues. Got it, guys? You can read this
Yes,
now. You can read this now. The part 1 and then the next leg. How was the project documented? That was installed. That is why you need a project manager skill. And can you imagine, just to be very candid with you, I learned in 2015, after like 14 years in industry or 13 years in industry. That time my CEO, he told me, "Arey boss, we were doing some project, and like, you have not done this." Maine kaha, "No sir, I have not done it." And that time I just come from abroad, and then I learned this course. And of course I was not certified, but then I learned how to make that table, tracks, everything on Excel. Done. This is actual skill. This is a soft skill. This is one skill, hard skill, which you should learn. Enroll yourself, and right now you can do it. Okay. Again, a soft skill. This is your commitment. Right? Now, you must have seen that if you are making an effort, it is very infectious. You can't hide that. अगर आपने किसी में जी जान लगाया ना, तो आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज में दिखेगा वो. आप छुपा नहीं सकते उसको. Whether it is in photography, whether it is on Facebook, whether it is on your presentation. Suppose Professor Saurabh ji ने आपको बोला, about Professor Saurabh has told you, okay, tomorrow there is some presentation or next week. And if you are putting your heart and soul in that, he will be able to decipher that Mahima or Akash has put in their heart and soul. समझ जाएगा उनको body language से, and that is what a professor or a industry corporate or might be a manager will seek from you at your level. At my level, they will seek, might be my student would want a decision, a judgment. My decision should be right most of the time. But at your level, because you might not be given a chance to take some decision, but we want to see what is your commitment level. Okay, and trust me, this is the easiest one. Easiest one. First is being punctual. First thing for you guys, being punctual. Actually, punctual means 10 minutes early. Like today also, I was not punctual, but Professor Tiwari just messaged me at 2 o'clock, sir, students have joined. That is what punctuality is. And it's not in my case, everywhere. You have to show that commitment to work. So being punctual, properly groomed, okay, doing your homework. Yes, suppose they joined a company and they want to start their own marketplace, or might be they want to say, boss, Amazon mein dhandha acha nahi ho raha hai. Let's start on Flipkart now. They were only on Amazon. So you should do your homework beforehand. That will show that Akash or Priyanshi or Anurag or Manvi has done their homework. You just think, no, in your own case, suppose your colleague, उसने पहले से पढ़ाई कर ली है, no, they have done the homework, you will feel that commitment is there in that person. Right? Again, a soft skill, teamwork. Ronaldo could be the best player in the world, or Sachin could be the best batsman in the world. But can they play alone, individual? No. So what is a coach's job? No, if you talk to a team India's coach. So I was watching one documentary on Netflix, that rules for success, which is world's top-notch coaches. They were defining what were their rules for success. So one of the coach, if you are following football, that Manchester United coach, I'm not getting his name, very famous guy. He says that I'm not teaching Ronaldo how to play football. I can't teach him. You can't teach Sachin Tendulkar how to do batting, or how to play a pull shot or play a hook shot. I am teaching them how to play in the team. Period. I have to teach them, boss, you are here because of your team. You can't play individual. This is not tennis. Even in tennis, you require teamwork. I'll tell you why and how. But this is the most. So you might think, so I don't know if Shruti is a student or not, but suppose Netik Jain. So Netik is extremely good when it comes to analytical tools like Hadoop. So Netik is extremely good in Hadoop, but Netik needs to know that what my business team requires. Netik को Hadoop अच्छे से आता है, but business team को चाहिए तो दूसरा, like this. What the customer really needed, right? But what the consultant defined. But Netik is not working hand in glove with the business team or with the store team. That is what is important, that you should know. And see, these are very common things which you all know. Sir, हमको पता है team में कैसे काम करते हैं. But when you will have your group, your group presentation, you will have your group where you are working on assignments and project. Make sure that everybody is special in some or the other talent. You have to make sure that person is giving their best. That is teamwork. This is my personal thing. I always say this. There's most of us, we never cross this baseline of courage. Never. Most of us. And this is one of our corporate values also for my startup, that we should have daring, courageous in action, bindas. Because especially in Indian middle class family, we have been taught, boss, thoda dabke rehne ka. But I always say that you should be courageous in your action. I'm not saying courageous in words. I'm saying courageous in action. Your action should be courageous. Yes, I can't define this much, okay? But you will see that how courage plays. All entrepreneurship story is all about courage. Or military stories, or even in cricket, or like the guy who won the gold, Neeraj Chopra, courage, because he knew that there is the number one, no, world's best javelin throw person from Germany. He I think he didn't even qualify in the finals. So everybody was
Jonah was
like,
better.
yes. So you should have that courage. No, I can do it. No, I know my own stuff. That is courage. I'm not saying courage is not just fighting or having some danga. Courage is basically in your action, not in your words. My favorite one was this. This is my second favorite. Very critical. Being comfortable with ambiguity. You will not get clarity in life. Mark my words. This picture is taken from Google actually. On shopping. This is a shopper's journey. How is a shopper's journey? There is no clear journey. You'll go to Facebook. From Facebook, you'll do that Google search. From Google search, you might go to the store and you might end up buying through their website. That's what a customer journey is all about, right? So you have to make sure that you are being totally comfortable. And during COVID times, which is highly unpredictable and highly unforgiving. Yes, it is unforgiving environment. So you should be comfortable. Boss, तुम बोलोगे ना मुझे लाइफ में क्लैरिटी चाहिए, वो कभी नहीं मिलेगा, कभी नहीं मिलेगा. Clarity you can bring in your own mindset. This is what I want. That is clarity. It's fine. But if you think that I will get a clarity in my job, you, sir, manager, boss, you have told me during campus recruitment, my job is a brand manager or might be management training, brand or product. But I am asked to do some sales. I will not do. Nothing doing. Sorry. This will happen. Whether I will not name the companies, biggest of the biggest companies, you might have been said XYZ during campus recruitment, or you will be doing ABC while in the job. It's not that company is deliberately doing that. It is not there in their hands sometimes or many times. So you should be totally comfortable with ambiguity nowadays to get the clarity in life. But only thing is you should be clear in your mind what you really want. And for that, many times you have to try different things. Because sometimes even you don't know what you really want in life. So you have to try different things just to know, okay, this is what I enjoy. No, we are talking about the work which you love and the work which you hate, right? But important thing, one is courageous in action and comfortable with ambiguity, totally. This is, I've taken from an interview. This guy is one of the biggest hedge fund manager in the world. Okay, I'm not remembering his name. During his podcast, somebody asked, what is one advice which you will give to the pass out students? And he spoke about enthusiasm, which we lack. Like in my age, I might lack an enthusiasm to do something new. Or even if suppose, okay, so let me ask this question. Okay, I'm typing on the chat, just read. Just answer this question. How many? Just say yes. If you have visited, yes. If you have visited, no, don't put. Just if you have visited, just say yes if you have visited. Otherwise, it's okay. Okay. Everybody is no. Good. I got it. Okay. Now my question is to Kunal and Rishi. Kunal and Rishi, can you just switch on your camera and come in front? Kunal and Rishi. Okay. Anybody who has not visited is also okay. Arpan or Tushar or Ajit. Okay. Now suppose you got some scholarship or might be on your own. You are visiting San Francisco Bay Area, all Google and Cupertino, Apple and Office. Suppose might be October. December you are visiting. What would be your excitement level for this visit? First time?
Very high.
Super high, supreme. And I think to everybody in the world, you will be saying, boss, I'm visiting Bay Area. I still remember, you laugh at me. When my first flight was Mumbai to Bangalore. Sorry, Bangalore to Mumbai in 2005 on my company. It was company paid. And there was some project and they said, Amit ko that time I was just joined Future Group as management training. And they were like, there is some project in Bangalore. So Amit, can you go? I told yes. So like that time, as per policy, you have to go and train. While coming back, there was no seats. So my boss told, okay, manager told, okay, Amit, you can come in flight. And you can't even imagine my excitement level. 2005, right? Jet Airways, Limited Airlines. And I told everybody in my family and friend, I was calling them, अच्छा यार मैं बैंगलोर में हूँ, परसों आना है, मेरी फ्लाइट है शाम को और मैं फिर कल मिलता हूँ. Just to tell them that I'm traveling from flight, right? Trust me, and not at all kidding. So this
Sir,
happened.
we will post in Facebook story, sir.
Sorry?
We will post in the Facebook
Yeah.
story.
Facebook story, on all story, on my WhatsApp status, to everybody. I will write here, I'm visiting San Francisco, Bay Area in December, and double dose vaccination certification on my arms, 1 dose and 2nd dose certificate, and I'm going. Nobody can stop me, right? But now again, my question to the same two people. Suppose now you're visiting 3rd time. Okay, forget that. So Arushi, which I don't know, because the name is not coming on the here. Which is the place? So you stay in Noida. You guys stay in Noida. So where you stay? Which place? Yes.
So you asking me?
Yeah. Anybody. Anybody. Earlier.
No, sir, I don't live in Noida, sir.
Okay. So your hometown. Suppose you are going to your hometown.
Jamshedpur.
Sorry.
Sir, I belongs to Jamshedpur, sir.
Okay. So now Jamshedpur. Suppose you have visited multiple times Jamshedpur.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you have the same enthusiasm which you had the first time?
Of course not.
Of course not, right? This is human. This is in our DNA. It's not that you are doing desperately, but once we get used to it, it is not that same excitement, that same enthusiasm, which we lack in corporate. With you guys, what we expect, boss, बच्चा भी pass out होके आया है, और नई student आई है pass out होके, they should have that excitement for every new thing. Even if it is not, show an artificial enthusiasm. It's not that dance nahi karna hai, but that enthusiasm should be there. So if you are winning gold every year, so suppose India has won the first gold in athletics, is the first gold. Suppose it's like China, you are visiting 39 gold or 40 gold in every Olympic. Will we have the same excitement? No. Same enthusiasm? No, not at all. But from fresher, because you guys are fresher, just passing out, we want that enthusiasm from you. Period. And every time, and again, this is one thing which you have to remind your own self, which I try to do every time in every lecture. I've been teaching from last 12 years, 2009 से मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ, right? And I try to bring that enthusiasm in every class, but I know it is difficult. Many times I forget. घर पे झगड़ा हुआ है, कुछ issue हुआ है, office में issue है, and still you have to have that facade, that duplicate facade and show. So I'll give you one anecdote how I learned this. So I was getting trained with that the trainer. His name is Abhishek Sharma. You can Google. He is like the Bollywood or the top CXOs. Go and train under him. He lives in Bandra in Mumbai. So me, my wife, and my elder daughter, we went on Sunday, and we were just training under him in one park in Juhu. And he was saying, okay, let's do one sprint, running and all. We were doing that. And then my elder daughter, Tashvi, his name is Tashvi, she was running. And she was laughing and running. You know how kids play. Bhag rahe and hasas ke bhag rahe. He told me, this is what we are missing. Exactly that moment. It's like Tashvi, she's smiling and running. In our case, when we are running, our lungs are coming out, our expression is totally dreadful. You take a picture, it is like that picture which comes on Aadhaar card. No, it is as degraded photo on Aadhaar card. Okay, not like Facebook photo. And it is, we are losing our mind. But look at her, she is running and she is laughing, and look at her enthusiasm. This is very infectious. I've written this adjective. This is very infectious. That is what it is. So please make sure आपको लिखना पड़ेगा ये रोज सामने कि boss, I need to have that enthusiasm, which is what we want from a fresher. Period. Done? Okay, and then this is very basic. this, if you do this project management skill, no, when your boss telling you you should do a project management skill, you should know this, and you should automatically be proactive and do that, not reactive, which we all know, right? I can't speak much on this. I think we are more or less done. 3 books which I want to recommend. First is Atomic Habits. First. Second could be Sapiens or Rework, according to you. Sapiens, like, I never finished any book till 2014. Like, book liya, aadha choda, book liya, aadha choda. And now you can check my desk. It is full of books, always. Always. This is my office library. Okay, and you can see. Always. So there are Hindi books also. I keep on giving to my few, even my janitor, I try to give him a Hindi book. Ki bas tu padh, kuch to padh, 2 page padh, 5 page padh. But the thing is, with Sapiens, I started finishing my books. Like Sapiens end to end, full marking and all, and I made notes also. So these are my 3 recommendations. My rework is because of COVID. The rework is here. Right? So this is as because of COVID, how new organizations are working. You learn something new. Sapiens talks about human history. Phenomenal. The favorite book. And Atomic Habits is, of course, for you guys. You need to have this habit building thing. So very critical for you guys. 3 movie recommendations. I have not seen any one of them. Trust me. I've seen like in bits and pieces. I use the clippings for my sales management sessions sometimes. So this is on sales. Lakshay, we all know, for you to get that clarity. And this is something different. Try to, you can take a screenshot and, or you can just save it. And we can stay connected. This is my LinkedIn. You have to write this name actually, Amit Sharma Khandelwal, and you'll find me on chat. You will find me on LinkedIn. I'm trying to be active there. So you can send me a request. You can add, subtract, divide, whatever you want to do, you can do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for
Thank you,
giving
sir.
your valuable time,
Thank
sir.
Thank you, Amit ji. It was a wonderful session.
Any
And
question you want to ask? Anybody, just one
right.
or two we can take.
Thank you, sir.
If anyone has any question, you can
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, myself Anurag Singh, and my question is that, sir, at how to be enthusiastic, like in the things in which we are not interested,
So give me one example.
like any kind of work which is being
No,
provided to us,
you have to
and we
give
are
me
not
one.
interested.
No, Anurag,
Yes, sir.
I don't want general statement. Tell me one specific thing.
Okay, sir, like someone tell me to cook food, but I'm not interested in cooking. So how I would be so enthusiastic, so excitement in doing that work?
Okay, good question. So usme main aapko, okay, I'm just sharing one thing so that here is my link. So I've shared my LinkedIn link. You can just click it and you can, I think, join. Okay. So Anurag, good question. So on this, I'm writing something. You read my answer.
Okay, sir.
On cooking food, I'm talking about. This is what I do. This is my answer. When somebody asks me to cook. काम ऐसा करो कि दूसरा बोला, सॉरी थोड़ा इंग्लिश में, भाई तू रहने दे, मैं खुद ही कर लूंगा. So when it comes to cooking, you can do this. But when it comes to corporate, so suppose somebody asks you to do telecalling, being very candid, okay? आपने job join किया and they told you, boss, you will be doing some research work, and instead of research, they have told you do some telecalling. This is our database or customers. इनको call करो और अपना product बेचो. Just an example, right? Now there are two things. One is you can bluntly say no, but in India, as per our culture and as per the expectations, नया नया लड़का है ये तो इसको तो कराना, इसको अभी काम नहीं करेगा तो कब करेगा? So you have to do the telecalling, but make sure the job which you are doing there in telecalling should be an exceptional job. And trust me, why I'm telling, because I've been asked to do this when I joined UTI Bank that time 2004, my first job, management trainee. We were management trainee and we were based in zonal office, but first 6 months were at the branch level. मैं जू branch पे था, and they were like, this is our sales data and you have to convert them to our platinum customer or might be our priority customer. Axis Bank में होता है, and these are normal customer. To talk to them, right? And it was a boring job, I know that. Somebody saying, no, telecaller. Highest rejection you will face in life when you are a telecaller. Highest rejection. Of course, for an MBA student, I don't expect you to do that. But, and trust me, this is a personal thing. Anybody telecalling, I never say them no bluntly. And I try not to be rude because the kind of rejection they are feeling, they are facing every day. दिन में 50 बार लोग बोलते हैं नहीं नहीं नहीं. Trust me, if somebody says no to you, 10 times, you lose interest in your own life. You'll think that I'm useless. Trust me. Just giving an example. Okay, so make sure there आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. Okay, for ICICI Bank, in ICICI Bank, on the receiver, इधर लिखा रहता है, pick the phone in 3 rings, smile and say good morning or good evening, whatever. It is written. So you have to remind every time that be Anurag, be enthusiastic. Anurag, be enthusiastic. So that's the whole recipe. Right? Because that's a full-time job. You can't say